You wonderful humans. My name is Seth. This is Connected Community Health Support's workout progression program. This is day 38, week 14. And as you've probably seen by now, we're doing this 4 times this week. That is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And why is that? Because we want to increase the frequency that you exercise each week. Eventually, with this progressive overload, you're going to get up to 6 times per a week. Now, unfortunately, what this means is that it's not realistic for myself, Jacob Carroll, and Adam Fox to stream 3 times a day, 6 times a week. But we do think that it's important that we get in front of you live daily. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch it up a little bit, as you saw probably with Adam yesterday or today or whenever he streams this week. 7:30 a.m., myself, Jacob Carroll, or Adam Fox will be there with you live, and then we will restream that session throughout the remainder of the day. So now that that announcement's out of the way, we can get started with our second session of week 14 to keep you going with your health and fitness progress. Maybe if you're just seeing this on the off chance that you haven't been following along since our wonderful day 1 program, what we're going to do is take you through a warm-up, take you through a 30-minute exercise program, throw in a little quote of the day, a little tidbit for the end, cool down, and send you on your way so you can carry on and do the things you like to do without making exercise some sort of huge, big deal. So without further ado, our free bodyweight, full body virtual exercise program brought to you by Connected Community Health Support. We'll get started right now with our warm-up. As I'm going through the warm-up, just follow along with me, do as I say, usually as I do, and we will take you all the way. All right. All you need to do is follow along, starting with some ankle circles. Just go ahead and work around this a little bit. Get a couple ankle circles in there. Become aware of the fact that you still do, in fact, have ankles. It's good to move the feet. It's really good to be barefoot, actually. Your body is meant to have these toes that grab the ground like hands almost, but because of shoes and their flat bottoms, sometimes it's hard to actually wake them up. So getting them, gripping them, do a couple pulls into the carpet. That's good to strengthen your toe flexors, maybe prevent a little bit of plantar fasciitis even if you've had a problem with that in the past. We're going to move up to our hips. We're going to do some step overs, close the gates, step over, close the gate. Switch sides, step over, close the gate. I know many of you are probably looking forward to this 30-minute, 4-time-a-week split instead of the 60 minutes that we just came from. I know those were kicking my butt. I really enjoyed our week off, and now we're ready to get back to our progress with the free stream. I'm going to do some leg swings in here, lateral leg swings. We'll take them forward and back now. Ready to begin. Just really loosening up that hip a little bit. All right, side to side again with the other leg. We're going to cruise right on through this warm-up. And then forward and back with that same left leg. All right, we're going to move up to our shoulders, do some shoulder circles with me. Here we go, ready to begin, nice and big. Always talk to a physician. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Before beginning any exercise routine, we've made this as individualizable as possible so that anybody can safely participate. But as usual, cover your bases. All right, switch directions if you haven't already. And we're going to do our T-spine rotations. These are our open books where you reach forward, breathe in, breathe out, and follow your thumb to the back wall as you rotate. And repeat that on both sides. Breathe in, breathe out, reach towards the back wall, and come back to center. Keep doing 5 to 7 of those each side. If you'd like, you can, of course, do them on the floor, one hand behind the head, reach down underneath, reach up, rotate to the sky. 5 to 7 each side. And these, again, do a great job of undoing all of the sitting we do on a daily basis and get our upper backs rotating a little bit. Now, this is a recorded session because I'm actually on vacation. We've been putting in a lot of work lately, and I am finally dipping for vacation. Jake timed his perfectly, so the last week was his. So, sorry, I'm not live, but I know by now Happy Face Candles probably said good morning in the chat, sent a joke, for which I deeply, deeply appreciate. Good morning, Happy Face Candle. I know you're out there somewhere, and whatever joke you put in the chat is probably hilarious, so thank you. Next up, our neck circles. And we'll get started with our workout. As usual, we love chat engagement. If not by myself, if not engaging with me, engage with each other. That is what we are looking for. We're looking for a community, people all around the world looking to increase their health and fitness and support each other. And I will say our groups are now available on Connected CHS. Boom, right there. For your local group, you can start a new group by reaching out to us at connectedchs30@gmail.com if you wish. And then if you reach out to us, we can start a local community health initiative in your area, or you can just create your own community group, health support group in your own area if you're outside of the US. All right, we're ready to start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put down the routine. Bada bing. I'm going to go full screen. Bada boom. And now we can get started with our workout. Day 38. Let's do it. Starting with floor touches, bilateral double leg floor touches in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Touch the floor, stand back up. Touch the floor, stand back up from the side. Touch the floor, stand back up. Someone's been working on their hinge pattern. That is me. Oh, I'm going all the way to the floor today. You don't have to, though, necessarily. Go as low as you feel comfortable, pushing your butt backwards. I felt really good after those single leg deadlifts. The bilaterals feel great now, too. And time with that exercise. Today is going to fly by. Coming from 60 minutes back to the 30, it's going to feel like a breeze, a walk in the park. And you know what? That's great because we're going 4 times a week now. And you'll just slowly start to notice the things creep back up as we go through the program. Again, floor slides, prone or bent over. I'll join you in bent over to start, or you can be on your face. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Reach out in front, sliding across the floor. Here we are. Reaching out in front, keeping your elbows and forearms above the plane of your head, working on gaining some range of motion if you need it, like me, in your shoulders, fighting gravity, pulling up the entire time. 3, 2, 1, and time. I don't pull up to places very often, but when I do, it's usually with a floor slide. Next up, we have exercise number 3. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. It's a tough one. Shoulder circles. SHLD stands for shoulder. Shoulder circles. I know. This one's intensive. This one's difficult. Mentally prepare yourself. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready. Begin the shoulder circles. I'm going backwards to start at first. Backwards at the top. And if you guys like, I can tell you to switch halfway, which is in 3, 2, 1. Switch, going forwards each side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. I have to say, since starting this program, my shoulders are noticeably bigger. I've never done as much shoulder exercises in my life as I have through the progression of this program so far. I hope you guys have felt the same. My anterior, intermediate, and especially my post delt back there. I've really seen some growth from an aerobic exercise program, which is not what you might expect. It's awesome though. Next up, bicycles or elbow to knee standing. All right, we're starting that in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Touch your elbows to your knees or join me in some bicycles on the floor if you prefer that. Of course, everything that has a floor variation also has a standing variation. It's completely up to you, whichever one feels best for you. And time with that exercise. Next up, we have only one variation for this one. This is squats. Give you time to stand back up here. Go to a depth that feels good for you. Okay, go to a depth that feels good for you. If you can go to full depth, fantastic. If you need a chair, if you'd like a chair, to cue the fact that it's just like sitting in the chair, then be my guest. All right, 3, 2, 1, ready. Begin the squats. Here we go. Sit in the chair, stand back up. If you only have quarter squats, that works too. If you can go, if you would like to go a little bit faster, please, please, please do. It's an intensity that feels good for you for this amount of work to rest and time with the squats. Gotta undo my low battery. Bingo bango. Next up, you know what's next. After the squats, we have the best chest exercise, the best horizontal press exercise. It's a push-up. Find your friend Wally. Bada bing, bada boom. Find your friend the couch. Bada bing, bada boom. Or if you're feeling it, let's go for the floor. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Because we're doing 3 sets for 25 seconds of work to 35 seconds of rest, you might want to go for it. You might want to crank out full push-ups or floor push-ups of some sort for the entire time. 3, 2, 1, and time with the push-ups. Again, make sure you can hold the conversation the entire time throughout this routine. You might be like me, getting a little out of breath. That's good. That is good. Next up, we have our I's, Y's, and T's. And our I's, Y's, and T's are going to be from the bent over position. That is forearms on the knees. You can do them one at a time if you like, in a more stable position, starting in 3, 2, 1, ready. Begin. Reach out in front. Reach out to 45. Reach out to 90. Reach out as far up as you can. In front as far as you can to 45. Pinch the shoulder blades. Reach in front. Reach out to the sides. Shoulder blades. Reach for the milk. Celebrate the touchdown. Oh, whatever that might be. Time with that exercise. Fantastic. Feeling good here today. Next up, we have Superman's or a standing glute kickback. I'll demonstrate the standing glute kickback first, and then I'll do the Superman's on the second upcoming set. Standing glute kickbacks are here, where you just kick the leg back, like so, alternating each side. 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Standing glute kickbacks. Keep the core tight as you do this so that you know that it's coming from your glute instead of your low back. Don't bend with the low back. Move with the glute. Keep the core tense and time with that exercise. We're already 33% of the way done with this exercise program. Wow, usually we'd be 1/6. It's got to feel pretty good, not gonna lie. Again though, still enough to see progress. We're going back to the top, starting with floor touches in 25 seconds. I'll take this extra 20 seconds to say that I've had a few people reach out to me, a few people that'll follow along with this program, be it live or not, And almost everybody that started from day one has seen actual results. We went for 12 weeks, and almost everybody that's joined has lost more than 10 pounds of fat and says they feel better and are moving better. So trust the process, it'll work for you. Floor touches starting in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. As low as you feel comfortable, pushing the butt backwards. Push the butt back, pull the butt forward. Rotate back, rotate forward. And this is our hinge variation, our hinge movement. 3, 2, 1, and time with that one. Next up, we have our floor slides. You can do those bent over as we did last time, or you can join me this time in the prone variation of this exercise. Prone just means on your belly. It's like an army crawl. Here we are. We're gonna be starting in 10 more seconds. The goal is to keep your forearms off the ground the entire time. All right. 3, 2, 1, ready. Arms up and pull. Reach overhead and pull. Keep your forehead on the ground if you need it. I'll let you really enjoy this exercise now, and I'll be quiet. And time with that exercise. It's probably pretty nice when my big trap isn't yelling at you the whole time to not focus on the wonderful feeling of your body. Next up, set number 2, exercise number 3, day 38, week 14. Man, we love that progress. That sounds good. That sounds good. We have shoulder circles. This acts is our vertical press movement for the day. Starting in together in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin for 25 seconds. Like your Michael Phelps, doing a big old dolphin stroke. It's actually called a fly, but switch directions, going backwards. Now we're doing what is it, like a reverse breaststroke? Breaststroke, I don't know. It escapes me. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Some good old-fashioned shoulder circles. Got to be feeling good. Last time, I demonstrated the bicycles on the floor. Nice, slow, long legs. And as you can see, that's pretty much the same thing as an elbow to opposite knee touch in the air. I'll be joining you with that one today, slowly but surely. We're going to reveal those abs. I know they're in there somewhere. But that's not what we care about anyway. We care about having the stability in your core to keep yourself safe, to have a nice functional movement pattern. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. We're here. You can do a bicycle on the floor if you like. Push the elbow and the knee forward. Elbow forward, elbow forward. Knee forward, knee forward. Elbow to knee, and time with that exercise. I felt that pretty solid. I'm not going to lie. Who needs to go to the floor when you have that? Next up, we have our squats. We are cruising through this workout already halfway through with it. Good work. Next up with the squats, of course, go to the depth that feels good for you. Notice something really quick. Sometimes people get what's called a butt wink at the bottom where your hips tuck underneath like that. Try and keep the hips rotated back at the bottom with your core tight, and that should help that a little bit. Ready, set, begin. And of course, with this, we're trying to stay nice and tall, like we're sitting in a chair. With the hinge, your butt goes backwards. With a squat, your butt goes straight down. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Awesome. Oh, man. You know that if we did the squats, you know what's next. It's push-up time, baby. Time to work them triceps. Time to work that chest. Find your wall if you need it. The farther down the wall you go from here to here, the harder it gets. The closer your arms are, the more tricep dominant instead of chest it becomes. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, core tight, begin. And we're just pushing the floor away. Don't let the low back cave like that. You want to rotate the hips up underneath you. Keep the core tight. And that's just going to be proper alignment. As if you're about ready to push up off the floor and begin a run. Time with the push-ups.